So this area is listed and forms part of one of South Africa's strategic water source areas. The main focus of the work that's being undertaken is around securing, better managing and protecting strategic water source areas. And this strategic water source area specifically provides water to a huge amount of people in the low-veld areas. Water from these areas flow into the Blyde Dam, which then feeds the Blyde Agricultural District, and from there water as well from the catchment goes to Palabora, important from the mining sector as well. Kruger National Park relies on the water that comes off this area, so from a water perspective this area is of extreme importance. It's also important for carbon sequestration. So carbon perspective, it's really important, and the biodiversity component here is also critically important. It is a centre of endemism, high levels of biodiversity that occur within these areas as well. So the focus of today is to showcase a partnership that has been working together in this Mariepskop area to undertake restoration and improve management of these areas. It's a diverse partnership represented by a number of non-governmental organizations as well as government partners that are working together to undertake restoration, clear alien invasive plants in an important catchment area that is threatened and that supports a number of livelihoods within the low-veld economies. The work is varied. Over the last 10 years there's been a huge focus from government-managed natural resource management programs to clear alien invasive plants. But over the past years, different partners have become involved in the work as well. So there's a strong focus on clearing alien invasives, but within these catchment areas it's an extremely rugged terrain, and other forms of management are also critically important. Fire management being one. There's also a very strong element of working with several community property associations that have claimed the land and are currently in a process of the land being restituted and settled. And they've formed what's known as the Blyde Force CPAs that manage and have formed a co-management looking after the area. So many of the programs focus on capacity building and employment within natural resource use sector. There's also been a huge effort on expanding the protected area. So the previous areas that were managed as part of the low-veld plantations have now been incorporated into the Blyde River Canyon Nature Reserve. One of the main efforts that are currently also being focused on is to sustainably finance some of this work. There's an effort currently to develop a business case to really outline what the benefits of nature-based solutions would be. And this is a project that's being implemented by several partners, including the Nature Conservancy, Conservation South Africa and Conservation International, that are driving what's being called a catchment investment program for this area, which ultimately aims to leverage more sustainable forms of finance for the work. Just to mention, the partners that need to be acknowledged include the Department of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment, specifically the forestry sector and NRM, as well as Mpumalanga Tourism and Parks that manages the reserve. Up top include Award Association for Water and Rural Development, Idlers and Kruger to Canyons, Biosphere, Conservation South Africa, the Nature Conservancy, Conservation International. So it really is a partnership-driven initiative with lots of people working together to achieve impact.